Hey everyone, this is Blackbinder. Welcome back to the full Let's Play of Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty on Brutal difficulty. Last time we had undercut Colonel Orland to hire Mirahan's mercenary forces and take back the adjutant he had hacked for us. Apparently it's a computer that has some pretty sensitive information on it. We don't know what that information is yet, but I guess we're about to find out. Last mission was a race to get 6,000 minerals so we could get the help of some mercenaries.
Sir, the decrypted adjutant is back in the lab and ready to go.
Well, then why are we talking to you?
Well, old girl, we dug you up on Tarsonis. Were you online during the Zerg attack? Do you remember anything about Arcturus Mengs being involved?
Mengs, Arcturus, ex-Confederate officer, civilian prospector, founder and leader of the Sons of Korhal terrorist group. Status, criminal. Accessing intercepted transmission 0081 to 0086 Alpha.
This is Duke. The emitters are secured and online.
Who authorized the use of psi emitters?
I did, Lieutenant.
What? The Confederates on Antigua were bad enough, but now you're gonna use the Zerg against an entire planet? This is insane!
She's right, man. Think this through.
I have thought it through. Believe me. You all have your orders. Carry them out. I will not be stopped. Not by you, or the Confederates, or the Protoss, or anyone. I will rule this sector, or see it burnt to ashes around me.
That is pretty damning.
We can nail Mengs to the wall with this.
If you can't do it with that, then it's not going to happen. Alright, we have some new research, but first let's see what Ariel Hansen has to say.
I can't believe it. That recording proves it's all true. Mengsk, Tarsonis, all of it. What will you do now?
Tell the people. Every man, woman, and child in the Dominion needs to know what their beloved Emperor is capable of.
The backlash will be awful. There'll be riots and uprisings everywhere. But that's just what you want, isn't it?
It's a start.
Alright, let's check out this research. Fill up. Alright. Ultra capacitors, weapon upgrades increase the attack speed by 5%, or vanadium plating, armor upgrades increase life by 5%. Now, I usually get this because you're going to have higher numbers of life, so that 5% is actually going to show more. I may be wrong and this might be better, but it's easier to see this in effect. Alright, let's go to the cantina.
I gotta know, just what was it went down between you and Mengsk? Seems you boys were tight once.
I used to think Mengs be a force for change. Fought alongside him right up until Tarsonis. That's where he crossed the line, by using Zerg to murder the whole planet. He left Kerrigan there to die because she called him out on it. Turned out he was just as rotten as the Confederacy ever was.
Maybe even worse.
You sure know how to pick your friends, Jimmy.
Alright, nothing else in here except for the news, but we don't watch that. News is bad for you. Nothing but bad news all the time. Spider mines. Go ahead and pause it here if you want to read it. Check out the armory console. Alright, I'm not going to bother upgrading vultures because I never really use them. But you can replenish the mines in the field. It still costs money though, 15 minerals. And then this one is actually pretty good. Increases mine blast radius by 33% and increases mine trigger radius by 33%. So it's gonna hit a lot more people. Got 220,000 credits. I don't want to save it, but we'll get this. This is a good upgrade. For Marauders, they gain 25 life each. And I will be interspersing them throughout my Ball of Death when I do use that strategy. So Ball of Death is just, I think it's called Bio Ball of Death. It's basically Marines, medics, and Marauders, and you just take them out and destroy stuff with them. It's actually pretty effective.
Those goofy mercs are still using vultures. Can you believe it? Damn things are death traps, even when you ain't got people shooting at you.
Careful now, Swan. My old vulture saved my skin more times than I care to remember. I ain't gonna listen to you trash talk a classic piece of engineering like that.
Classic? I suppose you can call them that. Of course, most folks like a bike that don't explode on them when the repeller seals freeze up, or the fuel cells start leaking radioactive waste. But hey, who cares if it's a classic, right?
No one likes a smart-ass, Swan.
It's actually no vulture here. You only get the spider mines. Alright, nobody to talk to up here. Let's see what he has to say.
If Mirahan calls, I'm just busy.
I want to check something in here real quick. Cutthroat. Yeah, I got 3 of 3 Protoss research. I wonder why I only have 5. Let me check that again just to be sure. Because I could swear I have 6. Okay, yeah. I do have more than 5. I'll have to go back and check that. I could have swore it only went up to 5. Alright, what are we going to do next? Alright, now we have another mission. I think this is a main mission.
Mobius wants us to go after another artifact from some dead world called Zill. Apparently they sent in a specialist team, but they lost contact with them 2 days ago. Their bad luck, I guess. Figure we'll get hazard pay for this one.
I am gonna go for this one just because it unlocks siege tanks, and they're such a staple part of most of my defensive plans. So we're just gonna grab it. It'll make a bunch of the other missions easier.
This place is a morgue.
Especially Belshir.
Whatever used to live in these ruins up and died millions of years ago. Before they went missing, the Mobius team reported artifact radiation emanating from that big old hunk of rock over yonder. They brought a big damn laser drill to burn the way in.
Laser drill? That thing's a monster. If the Mobius team had access to that kind of hardware, I need to think about what could have wiped them out.
Reckon we'll find out soon enough, partner.
And you will get access to that big laser partway through the mission, and you will want to make liberal use of it, because I mean, I'm not even... I wonder. I bet it is possible to beat this game without using the laser, but it would be difficult and annoying. Because they have Colossi and High Templars and Immortals, which are a bitch to kill, even with tanks. But the Colossi are what really get me, because they give you... They're tall units, so they give you view of the high ground, and once they even get close to your tanks, like people, they'll just get taken out first thing. Like if they can reach it, they'll blow up whatever tanks you have in range of their forces. And the way I like to do this mission is I like to kind of put my tanks so I want my tanks to fire before they ever get to my bunkers. So it's a particular problem with Colossi giving them view of the high ground. But if you take those out, it's not a big deal. You get a neat little siege tank tutorial before you actually have to manage a base, which is kind of nice.
Watch your corners, boys. We don't know who cleaned this place out.
Alright.
You gonna give me orders?
More terran beings. The mysteries of this place are forbidden. You will pay for your transgressions with your lives.
Okay.
Marauders are
At least we know what
very
happened to
good
the other
versus stalkers.
expedition. Hold up there. Those Protoss cannons will tear us a new one if we try to advance. Swan, you promised me siege tanks. Where are they?
Settle down, hotshot. They're coming. These babies will knock those cannons down from a nice, safe distance.
Swan, I am in charge of you. You will treat me with respect. I actually just put them on that. That way we can go up there and help them. Or just walk past.
These new siege tanks work just like the old ones. When you put them in siege mode, they get increased range and firepower. They can't move in siege mode, so if you need to reposition them, just switch them back into tank mode. Got it?
Set your Marauder right here. Just hold position.
Let's get some siege tanks deployed on the high ground.
Make sure you slow down that Archon.
Even gets close to us.
Show us there. You gonna give me orders?
And then now is when we're going to get access to our base. If you want to read this, go ahead and pause it. These tooltips suck. I wish they went into more, like, into depth about what the units are and maybe some possible uses for them, but they don't.
Mobius Space local net accessed. Decrypting security overrides. Transferring control of base structures to you, Commander.
Fired up. 174 gigawatts. The power of the sun at your fingertips. Now get it aimed at that door and let's get cutting.
Sounds
Laser
impressive.
output is good. Drilling will take some time, but there's no other way into the temple. Sir, the Tal'Darim are mobilizing their forces against us.
So we set a perimeter and protect the drill until we're through. Just glad we've got siege tanks.
Now, for this, you want a good economy, but don't waste your time setting up your initial defenses either, because they will come for you rather early.
We need bunkers and siege tanks defending that laser drill. We got no chance of claiming the artifact without it.
Split up all your forces. You can bring them back and forth as they come, but I don't like doing that. At least until you get more. And then the next expansions, you don't have to right click this, so I always forget to set the rally point.
Sir, I've managed to access what's left of the Mobius expedition.
You will want a
sensor
tech
net.
lab for Marauders.
I'll
You'll
route it
see
through
why
your map
coming
so you
up.
can see what the Tal'Darim are up to.
Just have him hold position here.
Been waiting on you. You got who wants some?
One medic at each entrance, and therefore the SCVs.
Is it critical?
For now, I'm just gonna let first stay here. This side will be more difficult to defend, and you'll see why here in a second.
Go on.
Not enough minerals.
See, that Marauder sitting there just gives you so much time to do lots of damage with your siege tank.
Please state the nature of your medical emergency.
Bad news? What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
We don't have access to this just yet.
SCV ready. Go, go, go!
Want to get an armory going early,
Not enough minerals.
but I don't have enough Vespine anyway.
Gangway, coming through.
You're gonna want to line this all with turrets, but you have a little breathing room when it comes to air attacks, so you'll actually get a warning the first time they're gonna attack you by air.
Big job, huh?
quite given me control of the laser yet. Barely. Didn't quite lose everything there. Alright, now we have control, because we would have trouble repelling this. Use your Q attacks, because it takes a while to get them down.
Protoss Archons. If they get too
Shift
close,
and
our
right
men won't
click.
stand a chance. I'm giving you manual control of the laser drill. See if you can use it against the Protoss.
All right, you heard
Don't
me.
forget your
Swing that
economy.
laser around.
Never forget
we can
it.
use it to drive back the Protoss.
Now we have time to build an armory. Now just keep an eye on your minimap. You get little pings occasionally, but you can't rely on those.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
You don't want to mass your Marauders here, because on the off chance they do get a Colossus by or some air, they'll get destroyed pretty quickly
Additional supply depots required.
when the high ground is revealed.
Need some trio.
Don't leave me hanging.
That's a serious outbreak.
Okay. We need to just have a full-time SCV up here. I think I had one up there, but because I didn't take out the Archons, it got destroyed.
The laser drill has breached the door's outer layer.
By the number.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine
You want to be
gas.
building siege tanks pretty regularly, unless you run out of supply like I did. And with your SCVs that are guarding your entrances, just build extra turrets. You'll certainly have the minerals for it.
Additional supply depots required. Alert. Enemy air units on approach.
And here they come.
Damn it. Air units, nothing. Those are transports. Use the laser to knock them down fast.
Luckily, we have a few laser or turrets already. Not quite enough. The siege tank splash hit the laser drill. That's why he's yelling at us. I think we lost our SCV though.
SCV ready. Gotcha. Give up. SCV ready.
Looks like we're
So I'm
good.
picking up the energy signatures of several Protoss relics in the area. I'm marking them on your map.
Big job, huh? This better be good.
Another
This time we
SCV.
can blast them free with the laser drill. I bet Stedman would love to study him.
There's no problem except for taking a little bit longer to do the mission. Like, there's no problem using the laser drill. Son of a gun. I need to set that back to 1.
Upgrade complete.
Thought I had a hold of the
Base
laser
is
drill,
under
but I
attack.
actually had an SCV.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Those immortals will blow up your tanks, so you need to take them down first. Just like that.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
And we're gonna need another Marauder over here.
What's going on? I can't build here.
SCV, and then we'll be maxed out on that. Send him up there. Build another supply depot, and
Insufficient Vespine
wait
gas.
to build a tank.
Insufficient
I know StarCraft pros are probably just cringing when I say wait, but it's the campaign. You don't need to be that great.
By the numbers, boys. This better be good.
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Now, eventually, these turrets will be enough to take care of the air that
Upgrade
come.
complete.
You won't even have to worry about it with your drill, your laser drill.
Base is under attack.
We need more defenses up here, certainly. Our next
Insufficient
3
Vespine
tanks need to
gas.
go up here.
What's going on? Got who was? You gonna give me orders? Let's wait. This better be good. Keep in the rear with the gear. I can't build it.
Now, if you are having trouble with the waves, you can just leave. Like, basically use the laser for everything.
Mineral field depleted.
But, I mean, honestly, like this, I should be able to take that out with my defenses. Also, be careful you don't shift-click first. Otherwise, it's going to stay on the door until it's done, and then move on. Alright. They talked about Protoss relics earlier. I was probably talking over it at the time, but you only really need 1 Marine and use your laser drill. You may lose him, but not a big deal.
Armed and ready.
Just make sure you are still staying up on your duties.
You scared me. You gonna give me orders?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Sir, more air units inbound.
We gotta take them out, or they'll keep dropping troops right on top of us.
Base is under attack.
Good job, missile turrets. No! I missed the carrier.
Insufficient Vespine gas. The laser drill is now cutting through the door's thermal barrier.
You need the laser drill to cut through these. You can't just attack them.
Insufficient Vespine
Come
gas.
on. You know, I probably should have done this a long time ago.
You scared me. Bad
So if
news.
anybody saw that before, go ahead and yell at me in the comments. And yes, I am aware that there are very few comments on this video. Well, 0 at the time that I'm making it. This series, anyway. Obviously, there's no comments on this yet. There's another one behind here, so we're gonna take him out too. You do physically have to pick up the relic, just like all the other ones, really.
Of course.
Oh, take this out. Even they're low health, but either manually target it with your tanks or take it out with the drill, because they'll target your tanks and you can't move them because they're in siege mode. So I'm sure you can see why that's a problem.
Armed and ready. Who wants some?
Alright, we have one more relic to collect, and it is the hardest one to collect, but it's still not that much harder. The only problem is there's forces right at the top of a ramp, so you need to run them up there and put them in harm's way.
Complete.
Not completely in harm's way. If you stop at the right spot, they won't target you, but it's a possibility, obviously. And also, you have to do it in between a wave. Otherwise, they will follow your marine up there.
Mineral field depleted.
Alright, we're gonna make this our number 2.
Been waiting on you.
Just, there. Alright, we're good here.
You gonna give me orders?
Probably leave this one alone, but sometimes I like to start one and then sneak another one out right as they're going by. So if you think you can take that wave, it's actually kind of a trick. Alright, we're almost through in this last spot here. I think there's a scout up here still. Maybe not.
Who wants some? By the numbers,
Yep,
boy.
there it is.
You want a piece of me, boy? Sure.
Alright. Haven't been building siege tanks. And we are going to need more supply depots here in a second.
There's another wave of air units heading your way. These guys just won't give up. Stick it to 'em,
Carriers
boys.
first, really.
Base is under attack. All SCVs under attack.
Still good. They just took apart my siege tanks, but that's fine. 3 is enough for now, especially with this big-ass laser helping me out. Oh, come on. Nobody can hit that? Colossi, take them out immediately.
Been waiting on you. Sure thing.
And they will start sending them regularly now. Oh, thank you for that. We need more missile turrets. Oh no, 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 no. Take them out. One more down here. Then we'll start splitting them up again.
Mineral field depleted.
See that happen? there'll be at least one more air wave. And then towards the end, they'll just start constantly sending out little forces, but that's actually not too bad. Especially when you should have like 8 tanks on each side, but I've fallen kind of behind just with the attacks. Lost a few. Alright, I did see the High Templar there, but I want to get rid of that Colossus first. Oh, there's 2. 3. They really want to get one of them through. No. I know you didn't kill that one. Last one. And we'll just take out a few of these, just to make sure they don't get through. Because if one unit gets right here, all the immortals that are behind them just pick something to blow up, and they blow it up. Lots of High Templars and Colossi. Now I've found when there's one here, you see that one first, and then another one comes out over here, this one's gonna go sooner than you think. So always pay attention. Like if there's Colossi over there, take them out.
Base is under attack.
Seems the time it takes for them to actually start their attack is either variable or they're connected. Like when this one shows up, it's the same timer for these guys.
Roger.
Alright, we are...
Yo. Bad news?
I'm just gonna set these guys all over here to play repair bot.
Go ahead. What's our target? Stay it on me.
Thermal barrier breached. The laser
guy's
drill
stuck
is
back
now
there.
cutting through the core.
They seek to befoul the legacy of the gods.
And these two can actually stay back here to repair.
Those are our guys. Careful with that thing.
I've actually never heard that before. They want all of them at the same time. Just take out the Colossi. You should be fine otherwise. One Colossi is fine. Especially if he's the only thing.
Vespine Geyser
I'm gonna take
exhausted.
out the High Templars. Or just snipe him with your tanks.
Bad news. In the rear. Up, ready to go.
I probably could have gotten another factory going here, but I mean this mission with the laser drill is pretty easy. Problem is it drags on a little bit longer than it should if you don't take them out, or if you don't get more forces out quicker.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, if you saw that, the missile turrets will actually fire on the Colossi. It's because they're tall. They're both ground and air units.
Gangway coming through.
Now, once I get this set up like this, these may not be in the best possible spots, but taking them out of siege tank and redoing their formation, I don't know, just seems like a huge pain, so I rarely do it. But I do take that into account when I'm setting it up, my first ones.
Ready to go. Who wants some? This better be good. It's go time. Go on. Time wasted.
I'm gonna start taking out fewer units. Especially on this side, I think I can catch those High Templars.
What's that?
With this Marauder sitting in this corner with concussive shells, it just kind of makes it easy. I really should have 2 Marauders there, but he wouldn't make it through there right now anyway, so I'm not going to bother. No, let's just take out the High Templar and the Colossi. 2 more High Templar, but I think I should be able to grab him before he gets into psionic storm range of my tanks.
Give us your best shot. What's our target? I'm in deep.
Ouch.
What's going on? I can't build here. Armed and don't leave me hanging. Just say. Ah! You scared me. Huh? In the rear with you gonna give me orders?
Which side needs the Marines more? I'm just going to put them over here. There might be a feat of strength. I know there's an achievement, and that's killing 20 Protoss structures, I believe, with the laser drill. Now, I've gone through here on hard and actually killed all the Protoss, but I don't think it unlocked a feat of strength. I did it on the run through where I found the feat of strength for the Devil's Playground mission, killing all the Zerg. So I figured this would be another one, but it wasn't.
Vespine Geyser exhausted.
I think we're good. Yeah, that side's definitely good. Without Colossi over here, they really have trouble getting all the way around here. I guess on both sides, without Colossi, they really have nothing. Alright, pretty soon here they're going to start sending a constant wave. Usually just Stalkers and Zealots, but they'll also join the bigger waves, so they're not completely benign. Man, those Immortals, I think they have a shield. It changes in the next expansions, but they have a shield that lowers every attack can't hit for more than 10 while their shield is up. So when you have a majority of siege tanks, they're taking off 55 damage each attack. So it's pretty crazy. That's why they don't go down that quickly. But even with this massive siege tanks, I mean, they're gonna go down. I don't like seeing their low health, so I'm going to build a medic. I could keep building, but at this point, I think I'm more than okay. We'll keep it interesting.
The doctor is in.
What's our target?
Now, if you're having trouble at the beginning of this, it's almost easier just to restart the mission. Because if you don't have your bunkers up and 2 siege tanks at least on each side, it gets kind of rough, as you saw in the beginning. Actually, I probably before I got access to the laser drill, they almost got through my defenses.
Ready to roll out.
access imminent.
Oh no. Well, I guess it's good we saw it once. And they did it to my Marines and not my tanks, but this is the constant forces, by the way. Take it off. You can't have me.
Base is under attack.
No.
You have prevailed for now. Word of this sacrilege will echo across the stars, James Raynor. The day of reckoning draws near.
These artifacts of yours seem real popular, Tychus.
What do we care? As long as the pay's good.
Really? I'd say getting vaporized by the Tal'Darim definitely counts as diminishing returns.
I think we did okay. I mean, we did lose tons of Marines and a few tank drivers, but we got money for it, so those lives are well worth the loss. Alright, please leave a like or comment below, and feel free to subscribe for more full Let's Plays like this one. A little messy. Actually, a lot of these missions have been messy, but I'm still getting used to talking and playing at the same time. You know, people who know me probably would say that it should come easy to me, but it's obviously not that easy. So, alright, see you next time.